Welcome to the Random Black Girls podcast.
Yay! Look at us. Episode 13. We out here being consistent and stuff.
We are being very consistent. People like consistency. So I also think that people be on the edge of their seats waiting on what we're going to come out with next.
I hope so. I like your optimism with that because I'd be like, oh my God, we got to get it done. I'm like the dude with the, you bitch, you got to get up, you got to get it done. That's in my head like all day long of all the things that
Yeah, because that's just how your brain works. My brain doesn't work like that. I have learned how to literally take one thing at a time, and if it's going to make me rush or make me feel overwhelmed, I say no.
Well, then I'm not doing shit. If I have to take that on, Sharita not doing nothing.
No, you got to think of it as, yes, I do have all these things to do, but I can do them one at a time.
I'm more of a 10 at a time kind of guy.
Right. I think in your head, it's like all at once, and it's like, no.
It's got to get done. It's got to get done now, and it has to be done by me. I always say, like, if I had clones, they'd be tired. Like, if they had clones like the ones on TV where you just copy yourself at right then, and they know everything you know pretty much, they would be like, girl, I quit. They're going to form a union and strike because they're like, you got too much shit you got going on. Anyways, per our usual, we have, diverted and became very random.
We do.
Bring us on in, mama.
That's why they call us the Random Black Girls, because we do those random things. So,
and
today is Shining in September. Is our new
That's this episode.
Little tag thing.
Yes, I love alliteration, if you haven't guessed. I also like acronyms, but I can't remember them.
Like acronyms.
So, Shining in September, because we're in September, and this is kind of an overview of September.
We need that Beyonce song in the back. Shining, 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 shining.
Is that on the newest thing? On the newest one?
No.
It's old?
It's old.
I don't want the people to come after me, but I'm not a Beyonce fan.
If I would have got free tickets, I would have gone, but I would not have paid the price for the ticket.
Yeah, I wouldn't, probably not, period.
But I would have liked to have been in there to feel the energy, the vibration.
I think she's an amazing, entertainer. I will say that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think she's an amazing entertainer and things along those lines. I'm just not, I think it's like fandom. It may be her fandom that moves into fanatic to me. Like, when anybody gets that big, I kind of want to step away because you're close to cult. Like, it's very cultish. It's like that movie Swarm, where people are killing in the name.
You know what?
Of
I
their
find
artist.
it mesmerizing that one person can just mesmerize, hypnotize
it's like Michael Jackson
people.
And Prince and
absolutely.
Was it James Brown at one point? Like all these but they didn't have the fandom that you see now. Like
no, it's different.
It's these fans
are different.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you see the one guy that did the mute, and then he yelled, and the lady hauled off and hit him because he did not. I was like, now see,
I heard about it.
And if he would have hauled off and hit that lady back,
it would have been.
Then it would have been a whole problem.
Other situation.
Just chill, people. You're doing too much. Oh, I'm drinking coffee. So I'm just saying this.
That's what's in that cup.
It's become. I should have Kahlua in here, but it ain't. I wish it was. I thought about bringing us some mimosas, but I didn't know if we were going to drink them or not. Because I was there. I was like,
it's
they got
morning.
Prosecco.
You
they got
drink
the orange juice.
Mimosas in the morning.
So next time.
Absolutely.
I'll bring, you can slide a little moonshine. They got a coffee flavored moonshine.
I'm sure.
If you drink coffee.
I don't.
That thing is delicious.
So, the purpose of the podcast is to bring Black women together to discuss health, wellness, and overall life topics that are important to Black women.
Because we make Black women our business.
We have made Black women our business, and the business is doing the business.
Well.
It's doing the business
pretty well. I always have to look back because I was just watching this thing about failure and our relationship to failure and how we strive to move past failure really fast.
Yes.
Cover it up if you fail at something and then move on to the next success, like that mentality. And she was like, if you really want to be successful, you have to reevaluate and retool your relationship to failure. And she says, I give myself 5 fails every day. So that for her, she said, what you do when you do that, you bounce back faster because you're saying, hey, I failed at this, whatever it was, move on. I still got X amount of fails. It doesn't become a bad day until she hits 6 fails. I'm going to have to reshare that on our Instagram. And I think that's pretty cool because when you think about it, you don't fail that much in one day.
I was going to say that. I was like, do we actually fail? Like, what's considered a failure in a day? I didn't get up and eat breakfast and run for 20 minutes on my treadmill, or I didn't take time to meditate, or like, what's considered your failure?
Right.
Because I would say like maybe 1, 2 in a week because there's so much going on.
Right.
And then it depends on where that failure, where you feel like you're failing at. Is it in parenthood? Is it in your relationship? Is it at work? You know what I think back on? I just think back on you and I in a room together saying that we could do this.
Yes, what other people were telling us, girl, no, I don't think that's going to work. And to see things that we said, like now it's a thing. Yeah. You want to flip a fucking table, but also be like, see, I have premonition. I'm really starting to feel like I might have a little bit of forward-thinking premonition because some of the things that I've thought of and said, now it's happened.
What's the lottery numbers?
Sense,
What's the lottery number?
See, that's not how premonition works. But anyways, you want to tell them how to connect with us on the interwebs?
Absolutely. You can connect with us by our website, www.randomblackgirls.com. You can connect with us on Instagram, Allure Alliance TX. You can connect with us on Twitter at TX Allure. You can connect with us on LinkedIn if you want to hire us at Allure Alliance. And then you can always email us at allurealliancetx@yahoo.com.
Yes, and yes. And it doesn't matter where you contact us if you want to hire us. We are open. We are available. So let's talk what's been going on with you.
Ready to work.
We are ready
to work, y'all.
I feel like we've been...
working.
Yes, we've been... I think it's different. What we're used to is getting in front of folks doing our thing.
Yes.
And with the building, we have to get behind the curtain.
Yes.
And look at, okay, this is when the show goes on. These are all the things you need to consider when the show is running. And like, I think I do really well at that space because I'm an overthinker, right? Yeah. So I'm just like, do we need to do this and this and this and this and this? And I still have a running list. Even when we're done, it kind of adds to the list. But overall, I feel like over the past year, because I had said to myself, like, oh, I haven't trained in a year. Oh, my goodness. What am I going to do? But then I get in rooms with people and talk to people, and they're like, oh, my God. I'm like, yes, I have not lost it. It's still here.
No.
And once again, that relationship with failure of like, initially, I was like, girl, we're going to do this. We're going to jump in front. And it started off like that. Let's just be honest. It started off like that. We were like, look at this. Look at what we got. We got a logo. We got everything. And then we were working really hard on this thing. And every time they asked the question, I was like, shoot, we don't have the answer, but we can come up with the answer and da-da-da-da. And then I realized, like, oh, shoot, we need to do a lot of building.
Yes.
The foundation needs to be steady, you know, versus, you know how they say, what is it, in the Bible somewhere? Where, like, don't build your house on sand.
I don't know any Bible verses.
It's in there somewhere. I don't read it. Okay.
My Bible verses are Medea Bible verses.
Whatever the case, we don't want to build our house on sand. It will wash right away. So
sink.
Yeah.
No, I think that we have done the foundational piece, but now I see what goes on behind the curtain when you're training, when your job is just to be in front of people. That part is easy. It's coming in to figure out what it's going to look like to put yourself in front of the people.
That part
is what I'm learning.
That part. And this grant writing, I'm learning it trial by fire. And I mean, I think it helps the educational backgrounds that we have and that we've worked on grants before in other places. But like from scratch for you, totally different because it's like I now have official skin in the game. And I think I said that last time. It's like when it's somebody else's decision, you can easily be like, look, they made a bad decision. But when it's your decision,
it's ours.
Look, that failure conversation changed. You can say, oh, be better with failure. Then you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, that's how I feel some days. Like, oh my God, what did I do? I could just work for somebody else.
Our grants have been great.
I know.
Your writing is
keep it going.
Amazing.
I mean, I do have a doctorate.
Do you? So do they call you Dr. Sharita now?
Dr. Sharita Ambrose. That's me.
All right, y'all.
I'm going to need you to quit it.
She's getting comfortable with those words falling out of her mouth.
With that being said, what's been going on with you for the month of September? I know September's busy for you.
Oh, kids started school. Excited about business. I've been going to a lot of networking events.
Which is your job.
So I've really been enjoying that. I love all the dressing up.
Yes, she loves to look cute.
Yeah,
I like biker shorts and T-shirts and flops.
We're gonna change that. We're gonna move her into the era of bouginess.
Bougie. I do not. You know what? My family members will say, "You're a little bougie," and I'd be like, "No,
you are not.
I am not bougie.
I'm trying to bring you over to the other side.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's not gonna take a lot. It won't take a lot.
Man, look,
it's not as hard as it looks.
I will wear a dress on occasion.
Yes.
I will get cute on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, but now that we're front facing, we gotta be cute all the time.
That's your job. I'm behind the curtain. But I'm great and powerful Oz.
But there is a doctor that also is part of this business. So
truth.
You gotta come out, shake some hands, and kiss some babies.
I want to get a really nice pantsuit. I want like a tailored.
Let's do it.
But I want like a cute top with I like frills. I do like bling. I like those kind of things.
Okay.
Oh my God. Adornments.
Let's do it.
I know, but I got to figure out how we're going to get that done. But see, everything has to have a plan. I got to figure it out.
Exactly.
This is me.
Here I am. I'm like, girl, we can just go get you a suit, a power suit at Macy's, and I can call somebody who can adorn it. Boom, done.
Easy. You're like, oh, girl, with them suit jackets, and just put your jacket on, or get somebody just to take whatever.
Well, I think her name is Nikki. What's the name of her business?
I don't know,
but it's like
I do like a
conscious.
That's what I'm saying.
Wear,
I would love to get like our logo, not our logo, but the picture of us like put on something. So when you walk around, you're like your face not airbrushed.
Look,
not airbrushed.
I'll take an airbrush because I love my name and my face on anything.
Yes. Okay, look, things to aspire for. 2024, here we go.
We can take it back to the 90s.
1990s.
Ain't that where airbrushing was hot?
Late 1900s.
80s?
Late 1900s, that is correct.
Okay.
80s and 90s. So what's been going on with you other than
lots of networking for our business, which has been great. Family's doing good. I'm good. Like I had this one day I was just sitting alone and I was like, wow, my grandmother's been gone for 1 year and 6 months. I literally have not seen my grandmother for that long. But I didn't cry or anything. So
I was for the ask.
That made me feel good. I feel like I'm, turning the corner, I guess, to say. Titus, my 11-year-old, turned 11. But he's like really 85 inside.
I feel like him and I could have a conversation.
Oh yeah, he write dissertations, white papers, apply for college. That baby.
He's like, don't worry about it. I have a plan.
Right. He definitely is Virgo. He is definitely the Virgo. That's it. Things have been going good. I don't feel too overwhelmed this month, and
at least one of us.
Yeah.
So September is busy because it's my birthday. I just turned the ripe old age of 42.
And she actually let me take her somewhere, y'all.
Sure. So we went out. It was my son's birthday as well. Actually, it was on the 25th. So on Friday. Was that Friday? The 25th?
I don't even know what today is.
Monday. Shoot. It was Monday.
Okay.
Yes. So my dad's birthday's on the 23rd. That's what it is. It's my birthday, my dad's birthday, my son's birthday.
Okay.
And it's within a week and a half of each other.
Okay.
So birthday party, you were there.
I was there.
Bluey was our theme, and Bluey's been taking over my house again. Did that. Overall, I've just kind of been behind the scenes. I pitched this really big grant to an organization that's local, and they were like, I don't know. And then I was like, hey, let me tell you something. Scared money don't make money, okay? So what we going to do, we're going to put this in there because you have what it takes. We got what it takes. Let's make it happen. And they were like, well, okay, let's do it. Can you do it tomorrow? And I was like,
she can do anything the next day.
I can do it tomorrow because I'm going to stress all night. I'm a ruminator. So I'm going to ruminate it in my brain. And then when I get up, I have a plan. I'm one of those people that like, I can't just jump in if it's big. I have to like, let me turn it over because I'm going to options. I'm like, if you've seen, what's that Endgame? Remember when like Dr. Strange was there and he was looking at all of those possibilities and then he said, we only got one? That's me. I'm that. I'm like, okay, during my move, I came to bargain. So anyways, that's my nerd right there, right? So yeah, other than that, I mean, I have been, we had some little family setback situations where my husband's mother's having some cognitive issues. So we had to kind of, and this is one thing I always tell people, like, okay, with marriage and stuff, I'm like, I was telling the girl, Jaleesa, I was like, hey, I know that you're doing marriage counseling. I know that you're going to go and get married, but let me hip you to some stuff that ain't in that.
Hello.
Right? So nobody talks to you about aging parents. Nobody talks to you about kids and when you run into issues with them or if you're co-parenting and none of that is in the premarital counseling. No. You get sick, they get sick, your life changed. They want to make a left turn all of a sudden. Like there are things that they are not in that premarital counseling because usually premarital counseling is set up for young folks or people who've never been married, people who don't have a life, and they're kind of building a life together. Unless you've already, like, we already had a pre-established life. And I always tell people, I said, you know, from the moment we got married, I told my husband, because we found out shortly after that we were expecting a kid, man, God's going to throw everything he can at us in the first 5 years. After that, we will be great. We're just going to coast. And we're almost at that 5-year mark. We've had baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. We've moved. We've had a preemie. We've had depression, PTSD for both of us. We've had now aging parents. My dad came and stayed with us. All types of things have gone on.
And you started a business?
Started a business. Quit my job. Started a business. Sold a home. Like all of the things that stress you the hell out. It's all been thrown at us. And I said, whoa, then after that 5, we about to be, as the young folks say, we about to be Gucci. Okay? We about to be good. Coast.
Me and Conrad are 16 years in. Our anniversary was in September. And our first 5 years, because we didn't have kids, it was smooth sailing.
So we got rocky. Okay?
It was effortless. Then came the obstacle course, because that's what marriage is. I heard a lady say that, and I was like, that's the best analogy. It is an obstacle course. And that's the same thing with us. I helped take care of my grandmother who was aging with dementia, and that's a whole different story. My mother-in-law, she lives with me now, and she's an aging person. Dynamics change in your household when your kids grow up. When women have children and have babies, just their hormones change. It's so many changes that happen. And I hear people say, well, I didn't want to tell you that because I didn't want to scare you. I wish somebody
tell me the truth up front.
Scare the hell out of me because I went into marriage romanticizing what I saw, what I heard, and my own expectations.
She thought it was going to be one of them Tyler Perry / romantic rom-com endings.
Absolutely. We were gonna.
I was going in with a psychological
hold
thriller.
hands and die together, like on the Notebook. Like,
I heard that the Notebook was like stressful. Like when you think about like them being together, breaking up. What do you want?
You never saw that?
Never seen it.
Girl, bye.
I'm not a romantic like that.
Watch that movie. It's a classic.
I'll watch it. It's a classic, but I'll watch
Tell her to watch. Y'all send her emails
to
remind her.
Emails. I said I'm going to watch it. And I'll watch it. Okay, so, yeah, nothing else has been going on with me.
That's enough.
Don't,
look.
Right.
Shut the door.
That's all I need. Oh, no, the door is shutting. The only good thing that I have left in this month is I'm going to go see my supposed-to-be baby daddy, Maxwell, okay? My mom bought me tickets because she remembers that. And now she's like, I can be with, you cannot be with my man, okay?
I feel like I should just drive down there and see if I could, like,
I don't know if I'm going to homecoming, so you might need to do it now.
I mean,
it's too much. It's too much to try to fit in 1 week.
Yes, it is. You
but I was going to go down Friday. I was going to go from there to Saturday. Then I was going to go home Sunday. But
you ain't 25 no more.
Far from it. I would never be 25 again. If someone's like, you can be 25 again? Absolutely not.
You didn't like 25?
I would not be 25 again. 28? Sure.
Huh. I would be 25 again.
No. 28 was great. 28 was a really good year.
I mean, all my
27 even.
I could write a book.
Right. I'm sure you could. A memoir. All the shit.
All the shenanigans.
That's the name of it. We're like, all the shits. I'm here for it.
Oh, I like that. The whole title. All the shits I'm here for it.
Exactly. So also in September, we went to the United States conference. Oh, I'm going to say council. Conference on HIV and AIDS. See, I got that one.
You did it. It was beautiful.
And the theme?
A love letter to Black women.
Love letter to Black women.
They put us
about damn time.
They put us in front this time.
Okay.
Even though we've always been here.
I mean, yeah.
We're the most that are here, also the most invisible.
True that. I'm going to say not invisible, just unheard, unvalidated.
Unseen.
Like no, they see
not
us. They just looking over. So there you go. Not acknowledged.
That's why we are invisible.
But we're not invisible. When you look over somebody or look over something, you can see them. You just look past them.
I know you see me.
Right, exactly. So
I know you hear me.
So what was your experience? Because mine's a little bit different. I did the fellowship, which is nice. That's helping us roll out our new program, which we'll talk about in a minute. But my experience was different than yours. So I want you to tell me your experience.
My experience was, I love that I met a lot of Black doctors, PhDs, like feeling the power in a room. Networking was also different too, because I think that when you're in a conference and it's more women in the conference, there's like a connection that's trying to be made amongst the women, especially Black women's sisterhood. Mm-hmm. And so I felt that happening. I loved that there were a lot of new things coming down the pike, and people were very, very welcoming to what we were doing here in Texas. It's not that it's brand new. We've been doing this work for over 20 years. It's just now becoming visible, and here's the Black representation, me and her, that needs to be out here, filling the gaps.
Right.
And so the women were beautiful. The plenaries were beautiful. Maxine Waters.
I mean, Representative Maxine Waters came in. I love it when they cuss. Old people cussing is my favorite.
Yes, Auntie she was giving it to us. She was letting us have it. She was like, give them hell.
That's right. And because Auntie Max said it, you got to do it. Okay, you have to give them hell.
So also Cheryl Lee Ralph was there. She was very inspiring. Amanda Seales.
I love her, so yes.
We saw Tank.
And we saw Tank on the after party. Now look, ever since I've been jamming all of the songs, okay? I've been up there with the Tank saying, effing with me. I'm like, yeah, my jam. Because look, we were in the other room. I was like, why they playing Tank? That's the first thing I said was, why they playing Tank? And then if somebody started talking, I'm like, gonna talk over? Then it was like, that's Tank. I'm like, let's go.
The real one.
The real Tank. He looked good. He has aged quite well.
He's aging
Look,
very
I'm
well.
like, can I get backstage to get like a selfie or something? But he was out of there. He did his little 4 songs. He did 4 songs. It took him about 15 minutes to get through every song because he was doing runs and callbacks and all
probably
of that.
paid $50,000 for the 4 songs.
But then, what I really liked is that it was like an LGBTQ space.
It was.
And he was like, this is my guy. We're friends. We've been working on it. And like, y'all love me. I love y'all.
He rocked
And
it.
like, not being like, how some folks be acting like, I'm doing this for the money and then I'm out. Like, he really wanted to connect with the community. And I thought that was really cool for him to say, like, I love y'all. Y'all love me. Boom. There was people dancing together and there was no ick factor to it, which I really liked. And they had free drinks and food and all that. And I was just like, oh. And I stayed out till it was like 2 and 3 in the morning. It was almost 3. They had to kick us out. The guy was like, okay, y'all ain't got to go home.
But you got to get out of here.
But we leaving. They started pulling down things, locking doors. We're like, oh, so they're just going to leave us on this rooftop?
I mean, every night they had something going on to set us up, to entertain us, which was great. The other thing, they had that beautiful, the Champions of Change display of women who have been working in the field of HIV, who are living with HIV, who've been affected by HIV, and they put up this beautiful display of them and their Blackness and their queenness, and told their stories about everything that they've done up until this point, from being an advocate to being a actual educator. So that was really inspiring.
And I was happy that we knew several of those people personally. We were not like, oh, I know who that is. I was like, I know them. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That inspired me to be like, oh, we want to do a photo shoot like that. We want to do
definitely
that for our women here.
That's the representation that
when we say
we want to see.
Right. Instead of what people use when they get Black women.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, girl, hey. No, I don't want that.
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis. I don't even
Let's
talk
come
like
to the
that.
sister circle. I mean, but you know what? The reason why we laugh at that is because it's dated.
It's not even dated. It's not rooted in reality for me.
So.
It's hilarious because it's a caricature, a parody even of Black women's relationships, which you can see it's made outside of the community. What we're trying to do is be inside the community and ask the community, what do you want? We know they want to be represented in a way that is not just this stoic, can't keep a strong Black woman. God damn it, this strong shit is killing me. Okay?
I don't want to be strong.
I don't. I mean, I am a strong person. I do like being strong. I don't want to be strong all the time.
I don't want you to put that on me. Because I don't want that. I don't want that to be your expectation of me. When
I drop a tear, I want the room to hit the skids. Like when a white woman cries, everything stops. Everything is derailed. And I mean, that's what I'm striving for. Honestly, I really am. Is that when a Black woman says something like, "It hurts. I don't like this. I'm upset by this." A tear wells. I want the world to fucking stop and say, we need to check on her because she's crying and she needs to. And I'm a person who don't like fucking crying. Don't cry.
She doesn't like to cry.
What you crying for? That's socializing. They're socializing to not be like that.
We get angry Black woman, non-compliant, wants to give us a hard time. We can't deal with someone like her.
Right.
And
she's hard to work with.
Sharita,
that's my favorite.
You are very difficult.
That's my favorite critique of me is when someone says,
I think that's a compliment.
I do, because I feel like that means you can't manipulate me into doing what you want.
Right.
So you're
not going to piss on me and tell me
way.
It's raining.
Right.
We're not doing that.
And we hear that a lot about Black women. They're hard to work with. They're opinionated. But if you don't say nothing, then why don't you engage? And you can't win.
No.
Right? So for me, I feel like for Black women, I want everybody to hit the brakes when we say something ain't right. Because we've been doing that and saying things aren't right. We need to fix A, B, or C. But people be like, oh, well, she's just complaining because Black women are angry. She's just complaining because Black women love to complain. And that's something that people have put on us. I want people to stop everything they're doing when a Black woman says, no, this don't feel right. And in any space.
I love it.
And one thing that I did take from the conference that I really loved, HIV possible.
Yeah. Any and everybody is HIV possible. What does that mean?
It just means that everybody is at risk for HIV, and it doesn't make you, I'm at risk at my bra straps getting on my damn nerves. But
take it out.
But what it means is that everyone is at risk for getting HIV, regardless of these little boxes that they put you in. I saw this lady make a quote. She says, I'm not at risk because I'm Black. I'm not at risk because I'm gay. I'm not at risk because I'm a woman. I'm at risk because of racism. I'm at risk because of sexism and patriarchy. I'm at risk because of homophobia or things along those lines. So don't make it where being a part of a group makes me at risk. It is the systems in play, and we need to call those systems out. And I'm one of those people, like, I'm a rabble rouser. I think we should absolutely call out those systems. And so when that whole HIV possible, it takes the onus off of people who are living with HIV to protect all of us and puts it back on everyone else and saying, hey, you're HIV possible. What that means, and that goes with our So What Now What campaign, is that if you find yourself living with HIV, there is a route for you to be undetectable, to get services, to live a healthy life, because HIV is no longer
a death sentence.
I was trying not to say that, but yes, it's not a death sentence, but it's also a chronic illness, just like diabetes and lupus and all these other illnesses. Shit, long COVID is a chronic illness.
High blood pressure
and all that. The same way we deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've taken it and divided it. And I love how we've come so far with trying to and continuing to integrate it into chronic health. Right. And chronic health means it can be treated.
You manage.
It's also can be managed. And also what we know about HIV, and it's no surprise, that it's preventable.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
That's why we're out here talking about PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Right.
Just
home
one
testing,
pill you take.
Post-exposure, all that.
Yeah. PrEP, one pill you take a day to keep you from acquiring HIV. You can do it by injections. I have noticed the commercials are changing. Cabenuva, the injectable, has more of Black
But that's HIV
women.
treatment. That's not PrEP.
Cabenuva? Aptitude. Aptitude.
Is Aptitude PrEP?
Is an injectable. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then, as you know, there's Descovy and Truvada that you see the commercials on. So we are kind of, coming out of the woods to talk about it.
Right.
But there still needs to be some guidance on this new land of road, or this new road that we're tackling.
Right. And making sure that there is accessibility, because I think availability and accessibility
are two different things.
So who needs it? If you're out here and you have an immune system and you want to protect it, PrEP is for you, which is before exposure. And then you have post, which is post-exposure, after exposure. And if you can do post-exposure meds, you definitely can do pre-exposure meds.
Right.
So my thing is, we are starting to see a little turn in the tide. However, in our political environment right now, they're trying to cut HIV funding.
Goodness.
The Biden camp is doing their best to try to keep it going. We're doing all of the calling and this and that, and also reproductive health. Like, there's so much going on that the good stuff can get swept under the rug. So we want to make sure that we're being celebratory in the wins.
Yes.
And vigilant in the continuing to move things forward. I don't want to call it a loss, but in the moving the pendulum
forward.
further over.
Yeah.
Instead of the other way.
Yeah, I love being vigilant, the squeaky wheel, shaking some tables.
She's shaking the table. Remember that? That's when that show was good. Now I don't know what they do.
I don't even watch it anymore.
I haven't watched it in eons. So they got too many now.
I do appreciate them, having the conference that focused on us. The thing that was hard was that they had so many sessions, good sessions that were going on at the same time. So I would go in one, stay in that one for an hour, then go to another, stay in that one for an hour.
I don't know if you've done it yet.
Yes, I have.
I haven't done mine. I need to do mine.
I've done mine already. And so that you didn't get to take it all in. The conference is like 4 or 5 days.
It is. And then they had a 1-day pre-conference for Black women only.
And it's still not long enough.
I couldn't get there in time. I was trying, but by the time we got there, it was closing up.
Let's talk about how the hell we got home. Oh, my God. Delta? Never.
Let's just tell everybody what was going on. Okay. In D.C., because it was in Washington, D.C., I brought swimsuits and did not get in the pool one time.
I didn't either.
But it was really hot. It was really
not Texas hot.
It was but it was still hot. It was like 100 degrees every day.
Where?
It was 100 degrees every day.
Okay, I say
every single day.
I thought
every single day.
It was.
I walked up the block to the
I
conference.
just walked across the street, so
I went like one block, and they had us in the ritzy area. And I'm like, now they know that we can't afford no Tiffany's, and they had Givenchy, they had all types of stuff. Yves Saint Laurent, all of that over there. I was like, oh, I can say Burberry. It was all of that, and I was just like, we just gonna walk and look, because they had some cute stuff. Some of the stuff was cute. Oh, okay. I saw this little like capey looking thing. I thought that was cute. Like one arm was like cape, but it was like a suit stitch. And I was like, oh, I could. And this part was like it was like florally and like a sheer. I was like, oh no,
it sounds like I'm in love.
This sounds like I would wear this. Yes. I really would. It was so cute.
Okay.
But they had cute stuff, but they had like police and stuff around. And I remember walking and I was like, oh, yeah, this is safe. You got police on every corner. Like, we stopped right here. Okay. I'm like, y'all protecting the stores, not the people. Okay. Because one of the police, I was like, y'all be careful. I'm like, we gonna call you. Don't call me. Call 911 is what I was told. I said, okay, DC. All right. I see what you're doing. But on the very last day, there was a big storm. And I was going to wait to go to the airport. And I'm so glad that I did not. I really am so. I ran into so many people in the little airport area, and it was so bad. The storm was coming in because there was a hurricane in the in the ocean on the East Coast. And it just lightning. It went from like boo boo birds chirping to black lightning, rain coming down the
We all about to die.
And they were like, everything's delayed for 3 hours. No planes coming in, no planes going out.
Trapped.
Stuck. And I was like, I should have ate lunch. Because I ate breakfast thinking I would be home by 4, and then I just get something to eat, and then no, I didn't get home till
when they were telling me I couldn't get to Texas at all. I was like, so y'all gonna fly me to Virginia. Virginia gonna bring me to Texas.
But you were already practically in Virginia.
Lord.
It's D.C.
I've never been in an airport that long. So I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people be having those
fast friends
in between flights, and they be like switching planes, and I like the straight.
I prefer a direct flight.
Absolutely.
And that's what I had. I had a direct flight. But there were people who got on, and then they sat on the plane for 2 hours, and then the plane, they said, oh, we got to refuel. We're running out of fuel.
Yeah.
So people had to come off, and they were mad. So I was just making friends. I was sitting at this little tabletop with my computer. I was working on stuff, talking to people, because most of the people were
from the conference.
But then there were people who weren't. I met a nice little nurse practitioner. She was a little white lady, and she was like, my dad got HIV when he was older.
Oh,
and
wow.
we were talking, and she was a nurse out of that. And she's like, I work with a primarily, BIPOC, that's the term, a BIPOC population. I was like, yes,
Tell everybody what BIPOC is.
Black, Indigenous, and people of color. I just say Black, or I say Indigenous. I don't say people of color unless I'm in professional environments.
settings.
Yeah, because that's the
buzzword.
language. Right. So there was another Black couple, and we was talking to them. The tennis game was on.
Ooh,
so we watched Coco win.
Coco was getting it in.
Yes, and I was like, oh, she don't
she was setting the airport on fire.
Right. And then there was a game on. Like, it was a lot going on, and I was just happy to have decongestant and some water and working on my stuff and talking to people I hadn't seen in years. And people were coming over to me like, oh, I remember you from blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, God, it's the blue hair. That's how they remember me. But I enjoyed it. I sat there and didn't do anything.
Or did they think you were me since people think we look
No.
Black?
You don't have blue hair, so it's easy to differentiate because those people were Black people that were coming to me.
But Sharita. What?
But yeah, like, it was fun. I mean, it wasn't fun, but it wasn't terrible.
It was my nightmare.
And then people were like, I'm leaving, because they were saying, like, if you're delayed more than 3 hours, they have to reroute you the next day or the next, and then they have to pay you your ticket, and they have to pay for your hotel room. Like, you have to keep your receipts and all that stuff. And one girl was like, I'm out of here. And like, we had all these vets from Austin. They were doing a honor flight. So they flew them in from Austin so that they were all Vietnam vets.
And they were like 100 years old.
A lot of them were older, but it was a Black gentleman that I got a chance to talk to, and another Black gentleman where I got to talk to. So I like to talk to the Black vets, and I'm like, my husband's a vet, my mom's a vet, Army brat here, and we have lots of good conversations. I'll be like, y'all 100%, like that's how they know. Y'all get your percentage out of this way. But whatever the case, they came for one day to see all the monuments. They spent the night and they saw the monuments. They did a whole thing. Everybody clapped for them, and they all got wheeled on to. There was one World War II vet.
He was 100.
Real old. But most of them were Vietnam vets. They all, old vets wear that hat and tell you everything about them. So that was fun to like sit and talk, because I was an older white man that sat next to me. He's like, we just started chatting. And like, I think I like talking to old people. I really do like talking to old people because they're funny to me. They don't have the filter, and I love that.
That could be a next business.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I love talking to old people, okay? And it was fun.
The wisdom.
But my 3 hours was not, it was about 4 hours delay. So a half a day delay. I mean, when you think about a working day, it was about a half of.
I got there at 1 o'clock. My plane was supposed to leave at 3:10. I did not leave until 9:45.
I was home. I was in the air by then.
Atlanta, had to run to my plane.
They didn't get to the little person who
Nope. And I got home. Hubby picked me up like about 2 a.m.
But you got to see Mr. Warnock?
I did get to see him. It was so funny because I don't think people knew who he was. And so when I turned around and saw him, I was like, Senator? Congress?
He was like,
no. And I was like, what are you doing on this plane? You supposed to be
too.
I said, you supposed to be flying in private jets. And he goes, I'm a politician, not a rapper.
Pretty much.
I go, well, what are you doing on this flight? He goes, I just came from the vice president's hip hop party.
I'm jealous. I wasn't invited. Kamala, rude.
I said, hip hop party. I said, was it real hip hop? And he was like, it was real hip hop. I was like, okay, come through, Kamala. And so he sat down I took a picture with him. I said, let me get my picture in before people start noticing who you are. And he goes, okay, and he smiled for the picture, and that was it.
Because I got that picture, and I was like, who is that? Wait a minute.
Look, out here being famous.
I run a nonprofit, and
I made it, Mom. I made it. Look, I did tell him what we did.
I ain't mad at it.
Look, I'm a picture.
You should tag him in the photo, the one that you posted.
Okay.
Tag him in it.
Look, I'll be pictured. If you listen, I'm going to tell you about what this business do.
Look, self-promotion is great.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and I got home about almost 11:30-ish.
I hate you.
And, girl, I was tired. I went to bed. My husband was up. My baby was up. And I was like,
the only thing that saved me on Delta
took a shower and lay down.
is that they had movies on the plane.
Oh, I just worked on stuff on my computer.
So that's the only thing that saved me on Delta.
Yeah. And it was a full flight, but I literally sat with nobody next to me. This is where black works.
No one wants to sit next to you.
Black works, right? Racism had worked in my favor right then. Full flight, every white person was like.
They looked at you and they thought about that. They thought about that Birmingham brawl. It's like, I
was like this. The whole flight.
Stoic.
Wait, till when they close them doors and go, shack. Now I'm smiling again. Okay, ain't nobody next to me. I love it. I use black to my advantage and racism to my advantage. Yeah. But the USCHA was great. I feel like I came away with a lot more than, and this is a good segue real quick. We have a new program called Shine. I wrote it down. Look, which is holistic health. We're talking about holistic health within the HIV framework. So not only talking about sex and sex as a risk factor, but all the other things that go with, because it's not fair to only break people down to their sexual behaviors, right? It's not fair to only say that if you do this and this and this, this is what's going to happen. There are also other things that lay on top of all those layers. So that's where the Shine program is going to be, where we talk about holistically looking at all the things that impact risk factors for HIV and being able to connect people to care. So Shine stands for, it's right there, I wrote it down. I wrote it down.
No, I thought you were going to say it by heart. No, because I've learned it by heart. So it means strength, health, inspiration, nurturing, and empowerment.
Sorry. Nurturing. Shine. We shining. You shining, stop, no matter who you are, shining bright to see me. Oh, look what I just came up with. What you can truly be. That's it. There you go. That's it right there. And that rolls out. We're gonna have a rollout because it's through a partnership with USCHA. A part of the fellowship. So it rolls out on the 11th of November. So we'll have a lot more information in November about how it's going to roll out. And then once again, we have our Queen Talk is reproductive health. So we're talking about reproductive health, and everything you do to make a baby is the same thing you do to get STIs, including HIV. So we'll address those as well. We're always going to have a layer of HIV and STI prevention and everything, because we are disproportionately representative in those numbers. And then
what does Queen mean?
Girl, quality education. Okay, Quality Education Empowerment Network. And it's Queen Talk, because Queens talk. Yes. So, and that's around reproductive health, using a 10-spoke model with a person in the center and then 10 spokes around it, so that they can be applicable based on the individual in front of you, which include like sexuality and their relationship with spirituality and all of those different pieces. So once again, we have lots of research-rooted based things in addition to lived experience. So
absolutely.
There's that. And that's currently rolling out now because we have fully been funded. So October 1, we're good to go, good to start. We probably won't have any sessions until January, because I want to make sure that when we roll it out, we get a little bit of,
roll out.
Right. We have a little bit of fanfare around it, getting people interested and so on and so forth, meeting us, greeting us, and then we're going to roll it out. So it'll probably be around January where we do like a full rollout of this program.
Okay. Mm-hmm. New year, new us.
New year, new us. Come on, 2024. We want more in 24.
Yes, abundance.
And then we still have the CHW trainings that we're on the cusp. That's all I'm going to say. I don't say no more.
I smell it. I taste it.
It's already yours, baby.
It's right here.
It's already yours. Look at that. It's all, whatever you want. It's already yours. It's already yours.
It's mine.
So if you're interested in becoming a community health worker, we will train you. And we have space to train some individuals for free, gratis, not free 99. So send us a message. It is a undertaking. It is an undertaking. So it takes about how long, you would say?
I would choose that for my second profession.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like,
no.
How long does it take to get certified? Like the time asked.
It's 160 hours. So I would say
about 3 to 4 months, right? No?
Yeah. 8, what's that? I can't count. 8 times 3. No, 4 times. What? 12 weeks.
12 weeks spread over time. We're not going to do 12 consecutive weeks of in-person training, but it does have training components. It is self-led. It's a hybrid model. So some online stuff, some face-to-face stuff, or like Zoom stuff.
Yeah.
And then you move forward. And there's some hands-on. That's about 37 hours of that hands-on. So that's a part of that. So we try to make sure we connect you with organizations so you can get that hands-on.
And why do we want to have community health workers?
To fill the gap. To fill the gap in the health sector and making sure that the people that go to services and things like that are heard and seen, and I feel like they have somebody on their side. A lot of times when people go to providers, it's rife with all these other issues that lay on top, and it feels good to have a team. Like, was it safety in numbers? Remember when you were a kid, they said safety in numbers?
And also the providers are not always right for you.
Thank you.
And if you're in a position where that provider is the only choice that you can make, that's where you need a community health worker to come in to help advocate for you. You need to be your own advocate, but also we want to fill the gap with community health workers that can come in and help you do that.
Correct. So what do we have coming up in October? October, we here. Let's go.
I love October because it's Halloween.
I will be wearing my
You didn't ask me that,
Halloween
but I just
wear
wanted to put that
every
in there.
day.
Look, I'm ready to. I'm ready to dress up my front yard. That's it.
I'm gonna be wearing H to T Halloween wear for 31 days.
She really does it in real life. My closet does not consist. They'll see it on the
next podcast.
My closet does not consist of Halloween T-shirts or jogging pants.
I cannot wait.
Leggings.
It's going to be so easy to pick out clothes.
Oh, my God.
Skulls and witches, and that's it. And the last week, I tried to do a Halloween costume every day for the last week.
Where does she find the time?
I just saved the stuff. Anyways, continuing on.
So we have our next upcoming event, which is another meet and greet. We didn't talk about this last one we had. We just had a meet and greet last Friday at Situation, which is a daiquiri bar in Manor, and it was so much fun. We partnered with a lady named Melanated Source, LLC.
Yes. Melanated Source,
and
LLC.
She makes these trivia cards. Jalisa, she makes these trivia cards, and they were so, oh my God, it got so serious,
It was so
y'all.
nice.
It got serious.
It's actually on our Facebook. It's on our Facebook page. I tried to live stream it as much as possible. So go on there, and then I'll put some highlight reels out on our Instagram.
Yeah, check it out.
But it was fun. Go and buy her product. She's a Black-owned business, and it was very fun trivia. And this one don't like trivia.
I hate trivia.
So let me just tell you, she had a good time.
I did.
Even I got tripped up. I wasn't number one. I was,
No, but
I was number 2.
There was one girl there, she was killing it.
She was.
I was like, how do you know these things? But
she had really good internet.
So if you want to meet us and greet us and see these 2 random Black girls in person, we are having another meet and greet October 13th at the Sands Bar, which is downtown.
And we're going to put all that stuff on our Instagram as well.
Yes.
At Allure Lines.
And it's a fancy shop.
Yeah.
So we're going to socialize. We're going to sip.
We have a title for it. The Mocktail Meetup.
The Mocktail Meetup.
Sipping, socializing, and sexual health.
But don't let the mocktail label fool you. Those drinks
are good.
Are delicious.
Yes.
It really tricks your brain to thinking that you're really drinking the real thing.
And I think it's also important for us to understand that every time we go somewhere, we don't have to be drinking.
We don't have to be.
So, and then for those who are sober, Yeah. And for whatever reason, they decide that that's, it's downtown. I don't want to drive home after having 2 drinks.
Right.
You can have drinks. And we're going to sponsor the first round. First round's on us.
Woo!
First round's on us. So we're going to do something, probably a little of one of these card situations.
Her trivia cards, y'all.
They're not trivia. It's more like discussion points and debates.
She loves cards. And also, it's National Latinx HIV and AIDS Awareness Day, October 15th.
Mm-hmm. So let's do one of these. This is what we're going to probably do this coming. And it's going to be Friday the 13th.
Wow.
It's going to be Friday the 13th. Oh, we should get a tarot reader. Oh, we should get a tarot reader come.
Okay.
Or one of those, like a crystal ball-y lady.
Absolutely.
Read your palm. Oh, read your palm. Something.
I had a lady read my palm in New Orleans years ago, and she got it all wrong.
Well, okay. How about tarot cards? Just the 3 spread. That'd be nice. Past, present, future. Oh, if anybody knows anybody that's Black that does it, I'm going to put that on the thing. I need a black tarot card reader. Friday the 13th.
I don't
Singy bowl person. Wow. No.
You want to conjure up all the spirits?
The good ones.
Bring on a Ouija board then.
Gods and goddesses, guides. I want to do it all.
Bring in the ancestors.
Oh, one of those crystallines. Oh. Let's get a themed drink. Friday the 13th.
And it has smoke coming out of it.
Oh, look, this is how we get shit right here. This is it right here. All right, so let's pull.
Pick a card.
Pick a card and and read it. And then I'm going to read one. And then I'm going to read one. Lord.
Your significant other says they no longer love you romantically, but still care for you as a friend. Girl, bye. You're otherwise happy with the relationship. Would you continue it? Explain. No. I don't need no friends.
But I love you as a person.
Okay, you can love me from a distance. We ain't got to be together in a relationship.
Love me from a distance. Somebody needs to be in love with me. That's how I feel too. You need to be in love with me. You need to not be like, we friends. Let's do one that's a little bit more spicy.
I have
the
friends.
The pink ones are more spicy.
I don't need no more friends. Okay. You have to bust a nut.
Why does that say bust a nut?
It does say that.
Bust a nut.
To save your life. Would it take penetration, oral sex, or a hand to make it happen?
I can't bring out the reinforcements, the Buzzy McBuzzertons.
No.
That would be quick.
It would definitely have to be oral for
It'd
me.
have to be oral too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something about it. One more. These are the spices.
Let's get spicy.
We like talking sex, so that's what we're going to do.
I know my son, my 11-year-old, my mom likes to talk about sex.
Well, at least he can say that.
Ooh.
What does it say?
How old was the oldest person you've ever had sex with?
Me? I can't say that they were old. Look, my husband's the oldest man I've had sex with, but
how old is he?
He's 5 years older than me.
47.
He'll be 47.
That's not old.
Right, exactly. Well, wait. When I was younger, the man was 10 years older than me.
No, that's old.
I was 17. And
he was 27.
I should have called my mother and said, he is an old pervert. But I definitely was. But I had graduated high school. I was in that space between high school and college. And and that's pretty much what the whole summer I went out with this grown ass man.
Ooh.
And and now when I look back, I'm like, girl,
yes.
Girl, he didn't like you. Women his age didn't like him.
Exactly.
That's the part. So, he was 10 years older than me.
I like younger men.
I do too. I have a penchant for people younger than me. But my husband is one of the dudes that it was like.
Well, my husband's younger than me.
Yeah, well, my husband's older than me. Like my baby daddy was younger than me. The guy that I dated before him was than me. Just about everybody that was, like I kept around for a while was younger than me. But it's older than me I like. Because he's very stable.
I mean,
and
he knew what he wanted.
Now, he knew what he wanted.
With the gray beards and the gray hairs.
These old guys.
These thirst traps. They looking at different kind of old now.
They ain't the ones who like shaking the change in their pocket with every ring on their finger down to the midtown.
It ain't old Otis.
Otis said go pay your bill. At least Otis was gonna pay your bill.
Look, he get that check
He was gonna
month,
pay your bill, make sure it's right.
buy you a pack of cigarettes.
Hump on you for 3.5 minutes, and you
probably not even that long.
Right. Bring back the Otis.
Everything in life is transactional.
Transactional. There you go. Otis was
married
make sure
or not.
You need some groceries. You gonna give your babies $5 each.
Yeah.
Leave you alone. I'm just saying.
That 3.5 minutes that he needs.
Let me tell you something. Back in the day when I used to go to my grandma's house, her last baby daddy used to come up and give us all $1
to go away.
And we would be like, "Oh, we got $1. Can we go to the store?"
And by the time y'all get back, he be done.
He's sitting at the table eating.
Because he got a whole home-cooked meal.
That's right.
Fried chicken, cornbread,
green. Got a little change too. Grandma's bills was probably paid.
Already.
That's why when they be like, oh, don't wear that house dress. Girl, house dress kept bills paid.
And get you 15 kids.
Yeah. But
15 kids.
Thank you. So don't start me to lie to you. All right. So we're about to wrap it up. We're going to do these probably, and it's called Relationship Debates from, Tonight, Let's Talk. So I would love to do something in a group. That would be great. And then let's wrap it up. And with 1 minute to go, what is something that you want to leave people with for the month of October? Like, as you go through the month of October, this is what you need to consider. I'm going to say mine real quick and then you're done. I'm going to say time to build. Take the time to build. Foundation is important. So even if you're not done, just work on the foundation because you're going to be able to build up better from there.
Consider yourself. Put yourself first. Everything else can come second, because if you're not built up as a foundation of your life, whether it's being a mom, a wife, whatever, in your relationships, you can't build nobody else up. So consider yourself first.
That's correct.
That's it.
Last but not least.
Period.
Last but not least, okay, how you contact us one more time. You can find us on our website, www.randomblackgirls.com. Or you can get on our Instagram. That's Allure Alliance TX. We on Instagram. Follow us. We are at 350 followers. We want more. Please, look, we're starting from scratch. We never really did this, so we need more followers. Get us on Twitter at TX Allure that's Twitter. And then email us, allurealliancetx@yahoo.com. And last but not least, you can search us up on LinkedIn at Allure Alliance. You can actually Google us, Allure Alliance.
Check me, boo.
Or Random Black Girls. You can connect with us. So we would like to say thank you for taking the time. Look at us with all this beautiful color. We'll be back for you in October. Hey, please connect with us. Thank you for coming out. God bless you.
Good night. Look at us. I love get it, bust it down, break it, boom, boom, bam.
I can't with you.